Good evening, everyone. It is the 26th of April, 2021. Taking a look at Cardano here. On Friday, we discussed the nice bounce that occurred with Cardano, bouncing right off of the support zone that we targeted and looked at. And we saw a little bit of a retracement of that move on Saturday and Sunday. Then fast forward into Monday's trade. And it's been a really nice bounce up. I think we've gone up as much as, did we hit 15%? I can't remember if we did. Let's just check. From the open, we went up as much as, more than that, 16.23%. But we have ultimately just come back down to a zone that we've struggled to see Cardano move above. The 123 to 125 value area is proving to be a tough nut to crack. And ultimately, we're seeing price kind of hang out below the Kijun-sen, and I mean, we'd like to see a close above that level. That's the key level to look at. Right inside of here, okay? Right inside here, look at all of the Ichimoku levels that are kind of now clustered up. The Kijun-sen, the Tenkan-sen, Senko Span A, and Senko Span B. They are all within a pretty tight range to one another. That is a sign of imminent explosive movement. Do look ahead though. Future span A, future span A is below future span B. This is a warning sign that there could be some downside movement ahead. I know this looks like a reversal, and I'd be totally cool if it was a reversal. But this looks more like it's just a relief rally. I'm not seeing a ton of volume really support the move. I mean, this is Monday. This is the volume according to Binance. And it's not even above Saturday's volume, and we're going to get a new daily candlestick in about 15 minutes. And we have yesterday's volume, we're just a little bit above that. So there's not a lot of participation in this move, and it's coming right up against a high volume node, against two key resistance zones. So then what I look for is, okay, what do the oscillators say? I have good grammar. So taking a look here, the RSI has moved all the way down to 40, and it bounced. And it's moved up to about 50. This is a common level to see things get rejected at. And this could be the first sign that we start to see a prolonged bearish move. However, looking at the composite index is a little bit different, because the composite index created a pretty big dip down here. That the trough in the composite index got all the way down to -8, which is the lowest it's been since October 31st. And then the percent B, we see the Bollinger Bands did dip down below 0.2, but promptly popped back up. If we take a look at the Bollinger Bands themselves, we can see that. Let me get rid of that. Actually, we don't need to see these anymore here. You can see as the Bollinger Bands were tagged, price rejected off of them fairly quickly. But there's still a danger there. Also, this could be under threat from creating an example of hidden bearish divergence, so be on the lookout for that. Take a look at the weekly chart. How did the weekly chart play out last week? We saw it dip. The Bollinger Bands will do this if you leave them on. The volatility bands are quite extensive. I mean, we're still in the 70s on the RSI, and we're getting close to 30 in the composite index, but we see the percent B sloping up. We're in a new week. Last week we closed lower on lower volume. It's still indecisive. Still very indecisive. So if we do break out, where are we looking at price going to? We've looked at it before. I like to use the weekly chart for this and use a Fibonacci extension. Oh, that was the retracement. Need to use an extension. And this low, this high, that low. That'll bring us all the way to the 786 is at 150. This is the one I think that we would see Cardano move up towards and face a little pressure of selling before then moving up. The 1.73 value area. And then ultimately, I think where we reach our kind of top range for a little bit is where the 618 extension is at 2.61. Actually, that's really interesting. 2.618. That's the price level. That is a Fibonacci ratio. So that actually makes 2.618. That'd be pretty clutch if price did get up there. Actually, isn't that? Oh man, I think that is not that low. Use this swing. Yeah, it's pretty close. That's a nice collection up there. So that's what I'd look at. We need to see a clear break, and I really don't. I mean, I feel bad for anyone trying to time the breakout in here because it's going to be rough. I mean, this could be setting up for another expansion move higher with the false breakout lower. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but be on the lookout for this to be a huge fake out and for continued downside pressure. I'd still look at some buy limit orders at 90, at the 90-cent range, and look out for any breakouts. If we get a clear close above 150, I mean, I want to see it move up higher and retrace and test that level again as support. But that's what I see coming up here. That's what I'm looking for this week. From all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.